Nope. Okay. My son's been watching Blaze for like the last 2.5 hours. He took a nap around 12. So, been writing, been working on some new music. Alabama plays Oklahoma on the 19th this Saturday. It's James Madison, Oregon, Tulane, and Miami, I think, play. So that's going to be interesting. Going to be doing a co-op with a buddy of mine on Baldur's Gate. We're going to be doing it together, and it's going to be kind of like a series. So looking forward to that. I haven't really had the motivation to really do Mass Effect or Fallout. And I apologize. I've been so wore out lately. As we're preparing for Azaria's birth, which is 1 month away. Bash is playing with his cars right now. I got Artemis. Sorry. She's just a good girl. Actually, you guys can probably see her a little bit better. There's Ginny, and there's Artie. Artie's just being a good girl. She's just being a good pup. Yeah. Okay. Down. So, I'll be doing NASCAR. I'll be doing Baldur's Gate for like the next couple of weeks if you guys want me to, or if there's a particular game that you guys want me to do, I'll do it. So just I am going to be taking a break on Christmas. JBCW is tomorrow, and the main event is this. It's going to be Jesse Jackhammer versus the King of Extreme, Brandon Lee, for the JBCW World Heavyweight Championship in the main event. It's going to be a 10-match card. We're going to have the women's tag team titles on the line. We're going to have the men's tag team titles on the line. And what's up, Hexa X16? Hexa's like, okay, I bite. What is your deal? What do you think counts as a sandwich? Freddie says, shut up. Wow. So my deal is I am letting my fans know that A, I have some upcoming projects down the line. 2 pieces of bread and whatever surprise meat you want to put inside that sandwich counts as a sandwich. And to Freddie Y9C, you shut up. So, and also, as the beanie says, don't tread on me. So, but got a whole card lined up for you guys tomorrow night. And Crozo, welcome to the channel. If you guys are new, and if you like what I'm doing, check out the new music, by the way. Me and my band Breakdown, we have new music up on the channel. And we are working on a mythical album for a buddy of mine who has a project that he's going to be using that music for. And big shout out to Crozo2725. Glad to have you here. And Frogcap644 says ice cream sandwich isn't bread, so it doesn't need bread to be a sandwich. Okay, so it's basically a Klondike bar. I mean, if you don't like ice cream sandwiches, try a Klondike bar, or just, what's up, prime time? And Crozo's like, yeah, I'm going to leave. Deuces. So, but Prime, you're going to be getting your shot to regain your All-Star Championship against Cody Cena. And we'll also see the tag team champions taking on the Legends of Chaos in our co-main event, a 4-man Hell in a Cell match for the men's tag team titles. But yeah, I have a couple projects on the coming down the line. Hopefully in the new year I'll be able to get some more games, because I'm dying to try Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I'm wanting to do a Gears of War let's play for you guys, because I've not played that game since that game came out back in the day, back when I was in high school. God, I'm old. And Frog Cap 644 says, what I mean is, it doesn't need bread to be a sandwich. A court in Ireland ruled that Subway sandwiches didn't have bread in them. Instead, they have cake in them. Oh, boy. Those Irish people, man, what would they do next? Freddie, shut up. So, but Prime, hopefully you're feeling better. I go back to work on Thursday, and then I'll be starting my new job on Saturday. Still working for the same contractor, just at a different location. And hopefully I'll have a weekend or so off. We shall find out. Therefore, sandwiches don't need to have bread to be a sandwich. Thank you. But nah, man, if you can just, did you just tell me to shut up, you ginger? You know what? You can go fuck off, man. You can take your shut up, Freddie, shine that bitch up real nice and turn that son of a bitch sideways and stick it up your candy ass. Yeah, I just went on Dwayne The Rock Johnson on your Irish ass. So, yeah. And what's up, Nameless Demon King? Glad to have my moderators here in the chat. A big shout out to my boy, Nameless Demon King. And I'm also thinking about doing the Outlast trials, because I've seen Wild Boy Geo play them. I've seen Kaylee Cakes play them, and they've been playing them together. And those two are an awesome team. Awesome team. So, hey, Nameless Demon King, can you make sure that I don't get trolled, please? Yeah, I heard Mick Foley quit his Legends contract because he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be associated with the WWE right now, because of Trump and everything, which I wholeheartedly agree with Mick Foley. Trump's an idiot. This country is going to shit. So, and again, if you have an issue with how I feel about politics and our prez, again, don't tread on me. And Frogo Cap 6442 says everything is a sandwich. No. You are wrong, sir. There is nothing like a tire sandwich. There is nothing like a piano sandwich. So I've went from 24 people watching me down to 3. So I think I pissed off everyone. Yay! I've done my job. So whether that leads with people unsubscribing me or subscribing to me, you know, wasn't really trying to rile my audience. I was honestly just trying to plug the new music that we got. Again, we're working on a mythical album. So we're working on 2 albums at the same time. We're working on our debut album. We're trying to get a deal with Spotify, and we are working on a mythical album that's going to be used at a later date. So, why are you agreeing with Frog that everything's a sandwich? You're a sandwich, nameless Demon King. Sheesh. You're all full of mayonnaise is what you are. Well, I mean, Spotify's the quickest way that we're gonna be able to get our music out besides putting it all on YouTube. Everything's a musical instrument. So I think Fabio Mendoza's had a great career at Indiana. I think that Indiana has a legitimate shot at winning the national championship in the college football playoffs. I think Diego Pavia may have destroyed his draft stock because he was all butthurt about not winning the Heisman. And I think the Raiders should definitely take him. I mean, hell, anyone's better than Geno Smith at this point. I think Nameless King's Broncos are going to win the Super Bowl because my Chiefs are out of the playoffs because Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL, and we had a good run, ladies and gentlemen. We had a very good run from 2019 to 2025. 3 out of 5 Super Bowl wins, I'll take that. Being in 7 AFC championships, I'll take that. We owned the AFC West for almost a decade. Oh my God. Okay, Frog. What are you smoking that you think everything's a musical instrument now? What in the hell? Stay away from that tumbleweed, man. But I'm also, so when I say I got a lot of projects, a lot of things in the fire, I do, because I'm also trying to go back to college. That way I can become a football coach. And as you can see, Bash. No, I can handle Logic, man. Mama's not here right now. Dada's here, though. Logic is everything you can put your mind to, man. You have to believe in Logic. Logic ties the whole universe together like a pizza pie. Look, if you think I'm controversial, unprofessional, that is your opinion. Look, I'm just speaking from the heart, man. Look, when I have a fan that constantly is putting things in my chat like that, I think that you're on some medication, and I don't know. And Gardner, look, I say the Chiefs tank. We get a better draft pick, maybe the 14th draft pick, and now we're down to 2 people. Yay, he's gone. Me personally, Prime, I'm more of a defensive coach. You would think that I would be an offensive coach because I think Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback besides Tom Brady. No, I think defense wins championships, and the beginning of defense winning championships is winning the war in the trenches. You have to get a great defensive line. Then you have to start with the linebackers. You got to get big old linebackers that can hunt the quarterback, hunt the running back, and get stops. And then also have your roving linebackers that can pick off the quarterback, but also have deep safeties that can keep up with those wide receivers. Because right now, I think Denver has the best offense. I think Denver has the best defense. And I think Sean Payton has another Super Bowl team on his hands, and that the Lombardi Trophy will come back to the AFC West. Now that's not to say that the regular contenders can still win a Super Bowl. Like, I'm not counting out Josh Allen. I'm not counting out Lamar Jackson. I'm certainly not counting out Drake May. Drake May's had a hell of a year for the New England Patriots. Me, I would run the run and gun offense, kind of like it'd be almost like a hybrid West Coast offense. But I would try to make the opposing defense go side to side, wear them out, by either throwing a slant pass to like the left and then run right up the middle, or then use the tight end to run to the right. Every other play, switch it up. You have to have balance. You have to have continuity. And I think right now, Denver is the best team that has showed that continuity. Now, I think the surprise team in the whole playoff race right now is the Indianapolis Colts. They went to the old folks' home. They got Phillip Rivers, and Phillip Rivers looked like he hadn't missed a day in the NFL. Look, normally I would say Peyton Manning. Look. How many rings does Peyton Manning have? Oh, wait, that's right, 2. How many rings does Patrick Mahomes have? 3. How many division titles does Patrick Mahomes have? Oh, wait, 7. How many division titles does Peyton Manning have? Maybe 4 or 5. And how many MVPs does Patrick Mahomes have? He has 2. But he will get more. Look, I don't think the Commanders are beating the Eagles next week because they shut down Jalen Daniels. I don't see Marcus Mariota outplaying Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry, I don't see it. Here's what I think's going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to see Tua Tagovailoa on a new team. Mike McDaniels is going to be fired. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to retire as a Steeler and not come back. I think we're going to see Cliff Kingsbury leave. We're going to see Steve Spagnuolo leave the Chiefs to go become the head coach of the New York Giants, which, by the way, he needs to leave because Steve Spagnuolo's defense is very, very easy to figure out. He's going to blitz you 90% of the time. And I think we need a new offensive coordinator. Please bring back Eric Bieniemy. Andy, please. Get rid of, I believe our offensive coordinator is Matt Nagy, look, we need a new offensive coordinator. We needed a new defensive coordinator because both of them haven't done shit. Hell, at this point, take Ryan Grubbs. Take Ryan Grubbs away from Alabama, please. Because at this point, I would rather we hire someone off the street to be our offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. Matt Nagy. Yes, I was right. Yes, get rid of Matt Nagy. Send his ass packing because Chicago didn't want him. He was great for 2 years in Kansas City. Let him become a head coach somewhere else. Hell, I'll take Steve Wilks. As our defensive coordinator because look at what he did to Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. He held him to basically under 100 yards passing, and then the one final play where his defense didn't play right, he gets fired for. And then he goes from the 49ers, he goes to the Jets, and the Jets get blown out by a very good Jacksonville team that could win the Super Bowl, because let's all know Trevor Lawrence can ball. And their rookie head coach fires him. They fire Steve Wilks. It's like, look, it's not the defensive coordinator's fault that your system isn't his system. And you just threw him under the bus. But I don't know if Nameless Demon King is still there, but Nameless Demon King, you remember this golden gem. So, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I will be live later tonight. We're going to be in college football. And you can hire the Chicago Bears offensive coordinator under Ben Johnson. Look, Chicago's done a fantastic job this year. I think Caleb Williams, I think Chicago's an actual playoff team. Now, I think Cleveland's found their quarterback in Shedeur. Shedeur just needs a better offensive line, and he needs better weapons because Shedeur can play quarterback. Now, I was thinking about playing this tonight and doing a live stream on it, but I don't know. Should I? Yeah, Aaron Glenn shouldn't have fired Steve because Steve's a great coach. And hi, Bash. Rawr! What are you doing, Bubs? Hold on. I'm checking on my son. My son is playing with his dinosaurs.
My dino.
Yeah, you dropped your dino. Hold on. I'll get it. Oh. Where's your dino? Oh, you dropped both of your dinos behind your door. Oh. Here, Bash. Be careful, Bash. Don't be too rough with your dinosaurs. But where is it at? I was reading a book. Here it is. For every defensive-minded coach, you should read Urban Meyer's Above the Line. And then, where's it at? I have it right over here. The Saints, look, Spencer Rattler is their future starting quarterback. And then, of course, how good do you want to be? I worship at the altar of Nick Saban. The man is the GOAT, the greatest head coach of all time. I don't care if people say Bill Belichick's the GOAT. Look, he may be the GOAT in the NFL, but Bill Belichick can't hold a flame to the legacy that is Nick Saban. If his first season at UNC isn't anything to go on, Bill Belichick needs to go back to school. And I agree with you. Kellen Moore is a great offensive coordinator. I don't think he was ready to really be a head coach, just like how Brian Schottenheimer is a great offensive coordinator. I don't think he'll ever live up to his daddy Marty's shoes, the great Marty Schottenheimer. It's still a travesty that Marty Schottenheimer is not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. No, they shouldn't. So there, I got the crimson hat on. I got my coaching hat on because I am hoping to go to online school. I am hoping to enroll at the University of Alabama. that is my plan. I'll get my coaching degree online, and then hopefully this coming season, I'll be able to actually coach now. I should be able to actually do my job. Coach for a living. But Todd Bowles, God, they started out so well. Him and Baker, God, that team had so much promise, but then the injury bug just hit them. So. But anyway, I will see you guys tonight. Same breakdown time, same breakdown place. And big shout out to Nameless Demon King. Big shout out to Prime Time. And for all you people in the chat, whether you love me, you hate me, there's only one John Breakdown. Peace.